start, ladies and gentlemen, with our working group. The working group is structured in two parts. The first part, I don't know, it's working. Yeah, okay. I think you can see this. Yeah. Well, the structure of the working group is very simple. It will have two blocks. Okay, the first block will be a round table with 4 guests. And the second part will be group work where all the participants in this working group will take part. Okay, so in the first part, we have a round table with 4 organizations, 3 SMEs, and 1 person representing an association of companies. Okay, so let's go. This first part will be about 20-25 minutes, and the second part, this is the working group for all the participants in this workshop, will last about 30 minutes. Okay, so let's go. Let's try to advance. Yes, here you have our guests today. As I told you before, we have 3 SMEs and 1 person, Romualdas Petraitis, that is representing Lithuanian companies. Okay, and our first guest is Francesco Gambino from the enterprise Sixu. Our second guest is Caterina Eliesei from the Romanian company Cati Fashion, and our third guest is Tudor Beleuta, also from the Romanian company Solistron. And finally, as I told you before, we have here today Romualdas Petraitis, that is representing somehow the view of Lithuanian companies. And I'm going to ask you today 2 questions. Well, first of all, thank you very much for your willingness to participate and to share your experience with us today. And I'm going to ask you 2 questions, okay? And the first question is going to be this one you can see here. This is, what's your experience with the digitization of your organization and its financing? Okay, this is explained briefly because we don't have a lot of time. Which has been your experience in digitization, what you have done in digitization, and how you have financed it? We have asked these questions to our guests today, and we have asked them to send us a brief presentation to answer to these questions I'm going to ask now in the round table. After the event, we will share with all of you participating in this working group the presentations by our guests. Okay, so let's start with them. Okay, let us start with Francesco, for example. Francesco, please, could you share with us your experience with digitization and how you have financed it? Please, the floor is yours, Francesco.
Good morning, thank you, and good morning to everyone, and thanks a lot for having SEAC here today. We are very happy to share our experience. Let me quickly introduce my company. SEAC is an Italian leading brand in the diving industry, born and located in San Colombano, Certenoli. That's a very small place, 50 kilometers from Genoa. We are 50 employees, and we export our product in around 100 countries, although our main market is Europe. We cover the whole world of water activities, diving, swimming, sport fishing, and snorkeling. And we make a wide variety of high quality products because our focus is not just to have a catalog full of products, but we put technology and quality as a priority. Okay, our production goes from high quality products like PPE for diving, I mean regulator, computer, DCDs, full face mask, till mass consumption products like torches, aqua tools, and we are very proud to design and test all products that we make in our laboratories. and a big part of them are made or assembled in-house. In fact, we have, for example, the regulator and air gun production line, and also we have a big injection molding department to make fins, masks, and all other thermoplastic components. So the reason why we decided to start the digitization process are mainly two. First of all, we need to be competitive because the diving market is not a huge market, so we need to be really competitive. The second reason is we need to keep a high quality standard in our production. So here today we want to let you know our journey to reach the goal. So as you may understand, for SEAC, for my company, making innovation project is not the core business. So at the beginning, a few years ago, we started co-financing the purchase of technical instruments to support the improvement of our production. But 2 years ago, during the first COVID pandemic wave, something changed, because during the first lockdown, we were forced to stop the regular production, of course. And we thought two things. The first one, how to help the medical personnel to face the pandemic wave. And the second one was how to do it, how to repurpose our production in order to reach the goal. So from April to June, July, we were able to, by ourselves, to design a new product, because we made a new filter connector in order to repurpose our full face mask and make a medical version of it. So we designed new parts of the mask, and we were also able to make it, to write new protocols, and to get at the end of the summer a medical validation from an Italian institute. So what we did was a big challenge, but gave us also the opportunity not only to help the medical personnel, but also to discover, thanks to STEM, a tech company located in Genoa, that's also our consultant and tech provider, the European projects. So these projects are really helping us to speed up the digitization process through the financing that we have access to. So the first project is Eureka, concerning the repurposing of our production line. The second one is Amable, that's actually an I4MS project concerning the additive manufacturing. These are the first two projects, but you know, the effort we put to increase our technological focus and the way we are consolidating the participation to these European projects allowed us, within the Horizon Europe, to face this digitization process from an environmental energy sustainability point of view, thanks to the participation to a third European project that's called Flex for Fact, that is focused on renewable energy. So this is a summary of our journey in the European project that really are helping us a lot. So okay. Now I leave the stage to Mr. Marco Barbagelato from STEM that can answer to the second.
Sorry, Francesco. Sorry to interrupt you, but we have to go a bit quicker because we have another guest today, and we don't have a lot of time. So please, I'm going to ask you a second question about challenges and how did you solve them? How did you overcome them? But that will be in the second part, okay? So if you don't mind, let's give the floor now to Caterina Irisiel from Cathy Fashion. Thank you very much, Francesco.
No.
Come on, Caterina. Morning. Nice to meet you. Please, could you please tell us which is your experience with the financing digitization in your company?
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for inviting me at this event. Very interesting. So I'm Caterina Iliese, and I am the founder and CEO of the most innovative SME from northeast part of Romania, a region that has history in the garment manufacturing. And I have taken the lead of transformation because we build a bottom-up strategic transformation of business model on 2 decades of expertise in offering bespoke services of design, product development, and high-end garment manufacturing of all categories of women wear. And we have in our strategic plan 3 stages. We already passed the stage of introducing the 3D technology in design and product development to actually optimize to zero all resources that we use in these two departments. And now we are working to develop the product digital twin and process digital twin integrated with the CPPS and IIoT infrastructure for a seamless communication and working flow to complete development of fashion factory of the future. And we were able to start our implementation by winning the C voucher competition and the CLC East EIT Manufacturing Boost Up Transform competition, where we've been very grateful for the support, the mentoring, and the financing opportunities. So to be able to reach these founding links, we needed to be part of regional and European ecosystem like I4MS, and actively participate at events like the one today, where all the information we need to go through and see which of these tools are suitable for our transformation. And any SME like ourselves need to be keen for this transformation and need to offer the needed time to document, to be part of this ecosystem, to be part of events, and then take the decision internally which of the tools are most suitable for them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Caterina. Let's go now to Tudor Veleutar. No, I don't know if I'm saying it okay. Sorry, Tudor, for my bad pronunciation. Tudor, please, could you please, what experience in Solistron with digitization and financing digitization?
Yes, thank you very much. I'm Tudor, the coordinator of the company Solistron, which is a young tech company in Oradea. We are specializing in implementing solutions in additive manufacturing through digitalization. The concept that we are working on is called AIM, and it stands for Assistant for Intelligent Manufacturing. And essentially, it's a digital twin that enables the automatic error detection in real time throughout the printing process. Last year, the project was selected as part of the winning experiments within the BOWI program, which is financed by the EU's Horizon 2020 Research and Innovation Program, and it supports the development of innovative digital ideas. So BOWI's purpose is to also facilitate the collaboration between the regional digital innovation hubs and the SMEs such as us, and they also offer within the program mentorship and financial support, and to provide a framework to plan and implement such an experiment for SMEs. Specifically in our case, we were able to cover the costs to set up the experiment and advance the technology readiness level from a conceptual level to a prototyping stage, both in terms of hardware and software development. And moreover, thanks to the mentorship from the Transylvania Digital Innovation Hub, we were able to access cloud computing credits from Amazon Web Services Activate program, which also helped us to, especially in the development phase, to collect, process, and store information throughout the development of the project using the cloud infrastructure. So at the moment, we are looking forward to integrating our solution in European digital factory marketplaces. So we have proposed the integration of our solution to digital platforms such as Zero Defect Manufacturing Platform and Kit for SME that also provide funding through their open call that exists right now. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Tudor, for such an interesting experience. Let's go now to Romualdas Petraitis, who is the CEO of the Smart Energy Digital Innovation Hub in Lithuania. Romualdas, please, could you please give us the perspective of Lithuanian organizations in the field of financing digitization?
Thank you, Javier. Thank you for inviting me today. And I am international innovation expert at Lithuanian Confederation of Industrialists, the biggest business association here in Lithuania. Confederation joins around 4,000 enterprises, mostly SMEs, and of course, as I think mostly every SMEs, we also have a big challenge to digitalization or to digital transformation, and the experts and the administration of the Confederation try to help SMEs and to provide some consultation, some information about fundings, and that they get fundings for the digitalization. I just would like to tell about one energy enterprise, if you don't mind, shortly. And as you know, digitalization of energy market has the potential to radically reshape the way we generate, store, trade, and consume energy. Smart Energy Digital Innovation Hub participants, mostly SMEs, will contribute to the increased use of renewable energy sources because application of machine learning and artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things and energy sector will help to solve the problems related to use of renewable technologies. Shortly about joint stock venture Solitech. Being at the European forefront of solar technology innovation, Solitech, as one of these SMEs, is putting maximum effort not only to supply renewable energy technologies, but to do this in a most environmentally friendly way. Due to Solitech use of renewable energy in manufacturing, they save over 400 tons of CO2 from emission each year. That's the equivalent of planting 2,000 trees. Today, the engineering company Solitech covers three major areas: solar technologies, ophthalmic lenses, and next-generation lithium rechargeable batteries. All three businesses have one major technology in common: thin layer coatings. To speak about challenges, maybe not only Solitech challenges, but all SMEs related to Lithuanian Confederation of Industrialists, the main challenge for financing digitalization is to get financing for R&D, to get financing for new equipment, and also to get financing for new infrastructure building also. About success stories of digitalization financing related to Solitech, it was a success story. They for the R&D and equipment, they use first of all money. Second one, they distributed stock options, and also they get financing from Horizon Europe and from Norwegian funds we have in Lithuania, and also from structural funds there are acting in Lithuania. And we use cascade funding as provided this for I4MS. And also I can add at the end that to find partners and to know about finding possibilities, it was very useful to be part of the I4MS community, and we got some partner from Spain, another partner from Netherlands. Thanks to be in network with I4MS. Thank you for attention.
Okay, thank you very much, Romualdas. I think you have answered both questions that I was going to ask you today. But anyway, let's go to the second question that was well, let's see if I can go to the second question. Okay, are you seeing the second question? I guess yes. So the second question was that about, you have talked about Romualdez, but anyway, what are the challenges that you have had to face when trying to finance digitization in your organizations, and how have you managed to overcome those challenges? So what if we start again with Francesco? Francesco Gambini, are you there, please, to answer this question quickly? Hi, Francesco.
Yeah, just 1 second because the connection is not so great.
Okay, it's working. Yeah, we can see you.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you. So first, the challenges are, in a small place like ours, the investments and also the innovation is at low level. Then, as I said before, our market is not huge, so there is a lot of competition between companies, and of course you have to consider that small SMEs as a core business, and it's not easy to quickly change plans and also production. And also it's important to consider that the entity of the project that an SMEs want to participate, because if a small project is quite simple, if we want to participate to a big project, we need to take into consideration that we need to adapt ourselves to a consortium composed by a lot of companies. And then without the European project here at regional scale, there is no continuity in initiative. So it's hard to define a regular roadmap. But then how we success to get financing. First of all, for us, it was very important because we had the opportunity to easily get support to make the application, to participate to this European project, and also to be paid, so to get financing. Then the ability, thanks to the digital integration hubs, to progressively tackle relevant aspects, because we are not alone. And this is one of the most important aspects. Then we can collaborate with European key players. We can cooperate with some of the most important European companies, and doing that, we can get more and more experience. And of course, for us, it's a great help in our business. And then we need to take also into consideration PR and communication support, because the results of our progresses are disseminated. So the dissemination is very important because it allows us to be known, so we can have a great visibility. And this is also important, of course, for our business. So that's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Francesco. Let's go now to Caterina. Caterina, what's your experience on challenges, and how did you overcome that?
So the most important challenge was to find the most suitable financing solutions for our incremental transformation path, because our sector, garment manufacturing, is not quite, are not really taken in consideration correctly for financing. But we identified that this type of vouchers are the first solution for us. So we have submitted, as I said, the proposal. We've been the winners, and we had this voucher. And then the next immediate challenge for that was to create a winning pitch. So we had the support of the C-voucher consortia, which actually one of them was Founding Box, and they support us to transform our pitch into a winner pitch. And still the challenge for us is to find the most suitable financing path. And this is why we now, for the digital twin of product, digital twin of process, and the infrastructures we need to develop, we are become part of more ecosystem that they can bring the partners and the incremental financing of the complete transformation path. So this is how we overcome this first two very important challenges. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Katerina. What about you, Tudor? What were the challenges in your case, and how did you try to overcome them?
Yeah, so within our experimental context, I think one of the challenges was the timing. So it is very important to give yourself the time and have the flexibility in mind so that you don't plan extremely tight or rigid implementation phases, especially in an experimental and innovative context where unforeseen situations might occur over the time. And therefore some steps might need to be rearranged over the course of the implementation. So as you might know, those kind of innovative programs require constant documentation on the status and the progress of the project, as well as communication with third-party coordinating entities. And this means that sometimes the process might require some flexibility, and it might also add some unforeseen delays in the implementation process. So it is important to understand the context within those programs of you as an SME in programs such as BOWI, and be collaborative and ask for help whenever it is needed. Communication and timing is very important.
No, great. Great, thank you very much, Tudor. Romualda, would you like to add anything to what you said before about challenges and how to overcome them in the case of Lithuanian enterprises?
Thank you, Javier. I told about our challenges to financing, and I should never to add anything.
Okay, great. So thank you very much, Francesco, Caterina, Tudor, and Romualda for your interesting contributions, and 1,000 apologies for being so time restricted to our. It would have been nice to have much more time to know about your experiences. But anyway, thank you very much for your contributions. And
we thank you. We thank you, and we wish you all success in the I4MS ecosystem, because it's a great ecosystem for all the companies. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Katerina. Well, if you don't mind, we can go now to our next part, our next section, the one about the work group that will be open to all participants today in our workshop. And it's going to be an open conversation, an open discussion, but it will be a bit structured, okay? And the way to structure the discussion will be by means of a virtual tool, a virtual board that maybe many of you already know, that it's idea boards. Idea boards is a very simple to use virtual board. You simply have to have one link to the tool, and I will write the link in the chat window. That's something I think
I already
managed
did, Javier.
Do you already have it, Maria?
Yes, it's in the chat.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so this is Maria has shared the link to the tool, and it's very easy to use it. When you access the tool, and you will have a window like this one you can see here. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to go now to idea boards. Let's try it. It's not this one. It's not this one. I think it's this one. Can you see my screen now?
Yes,
you can. Okay. So it's very easy to add a new sticky note or a post-it. You can see that there are two sticky notes there now, and I have written both of them. One of them says, this is my first success story on financing digitalization in my organization. And I have another one, a second one. This is my second idea. Okay, so the idea is to add sticky notes by means of clicking on this green plus sign that you can see here. And you said add sticky, then you write your number, or sorry, your number, not your name. In my case, Xavier Uriarte is going to write a third idea on the on financing. Okay, so you can see that it's very easy to add new ideas, and it's also very easy to modify an idea or to remove it once you have added it. Just click on it, it opens. Yeah, I wrote it wrongly. I'm going to change it. I am changing it. Okay, and I can even remove the idea. Okay, if I click on this plus icon here, I can remove the sticky note. Okay, so I'm going to remove my sticky notes, and I'm going to tell you how we are going to work now. Okay, I click on it. Okay, and I click on it, and I remove it. Okay, and I can see that you have added one sticky note, but I haven't still asked the question, let's say. Okay, so the question I'm going to ask to you is very simple, and it's very related with the topic of financing digitization of today, and it's very simple. The question is, what are your success stories on financing digitization? Oh, okay, this is what could be the lessons you have learned when trying to do this financing that may help others, that can inspire others. Okay, and how are we going to do this? First, you are going to have about 5 minutes to write your contributions in this virtual board. You have the link to the virtual board that Maria has shared with you in the chat window. So if you just click on that link, you will access the board we have seen before. And then once you have written your sticky notes, you can write as many sticky notes as you want, but please precede each idea with your names, because after those 5-10 minutes of contribution, personal contribution to that virtual board, we will open the session so that you can explain. You can detail what you have said about your success stories or your lessons learned on financing digitization. Is it clear enough, or do you want any additional clarification or something like that? I think it's very simple what I'm asking you. So if you don't mind, I'm going to give you now 5 minutes to write your contributions in this virtual board, okay? So come on, everyone, you can start writing on it. I will share the window of the virtual board so that we can see what you are sharing now in the tool. Okay? Great. Come on then. Great. We have already one addition from Katerina. Well, I will start my clock. It's 11:30 now. So remember that we are asking you to think about which are your success stories you know on financing, digitization, your organizations, okay, or the lessons you have learned from this process, okay, that may help others. Of course, when you have problems with something and you try to overcome, to solve those problems, you learn a lot, so that others can make use of it.
And also very briefly, just I mean, for all the attendees, that you can all participate, not only the companies, but please all, if you have any good experience, go ahead.
Okay, maybe I haven't been clear enough, but the participation, of course, is open to all the participants now in this working group, not only to the our first guests that have participated in the roundtable. Okay, so I encourage you to take part in this.
Xavier, maybe since Francesco was mentioning that Marco from the DIHs was there, maybe Marco wants to share also something, I don't know.
Well,
maybe
I can see that we are starting.
Yeah. Marco is already writing. Thank you, Marco. I saw. Also, I see Sofia from the Hungarian DIH. Maybe you also have some experiences that you would like to share from the companies that you support.
Well, the question should be, Maria, if anyone has access to the tool, because maybe someone has problems when accessing the tool. If you have problems, please let us know. Well, we have about 3 minutes. Maybe you need more time to think about your success stories, your lessons learned.
I think we are talking so much that we don't allow them to think. I mean, just no. Anyway, I think it's very important that I mean your proposals, your suggestions are really important for us, because with all this, I think we didn't say it at the beginning, but we will try to publish. I mean, this will be part of the contents that will be published. Of course, we will produce a recommendation paper, a white paper. Let's see, but your contributions are really important for us for our suggestions to the European Commission. So everything will be a part of our work that will be suggested to the Commission and other, I mean, relevant organizations. So just to encourage you on the suggestions. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Begoña. Well, I was going to comment that we have one new addition that has not a name before. So please, if the person who has, okay, thank you, Tudor. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 minutes more, okay? So again, this is a question open to all participants in our meeting today, in our workshop. So I encourage you, all of you, of course, to share with us your experiences with financing digitization in your organizations or in others, maybe you know, okay? Because maybe you are representing other organizations and you know the experience or organizations that you have been able to have. For example, we have 5 contributions just now, and they are all from our guests in the first part of our roundtable. So 2 minutes left, and we will start explaining or describing these contributions. Okay. I was going to put some music, Maria, but I didn't know exactly how to do that, because I know that I can share also the sound of my equipment when sharing presentations, but anyway, I haven't managed to do that. Okay, 1 minute left. But anyway, I think we can go on because I don't see that you are very prone to provide much more information. Okay, we can start with, I don't know, Maria, if you're, in the case of I4MS, there are some success stories, but it's okay. Maria, do you want to explain what you have said here?
Yeah,
Maria?
maybe also this is the work that is done by Begoña and Hannah, and I think they have done an excellent job, compiling some of the success stories that we have in I4MS. In most of the cases, they are related to the technology, but it's true that I think through this event and also, the other contacts that we have with the SMEs, we will also be able to publish some of them related to the financing. But I really think it's worth it to take a look to this link to find some inspirational stories from I4MS.
Okay, great. So you can see here in that space of funding bars space some cases of success stories that may help you also. Thank you very much, Maria. Well, now let's go to Caterina, for example. Thank you again, Caterina, for your contributions. And let's see. Okay. So you say that your first success story in Cathy Fashion, your enterprise, was the C-Voucher competition in the 2019, as you have said before. Okay. Do you want to explain anything else, Caterina, in this sense?
No, just that a company needs to allocate time to look for these sources and to submit such proposals. And for these ecosystems as I4MS are absolutely viable and very important, because it's not only about submitting, it's about mentoring and real collaborative work, design thinking and all that. So I think it's very important for all the companies to be part of this ecosystem like I4MS. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's important to find these opportunities. Yeah. Okay, great. To devote time to that. And you have another one that is your second success story, Caterina, that is the EITM CLC East Bostar Transform competition. Another one, yes. Okay, another competition. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Great. So it's another ecosystem which is very important. Was presented by Anthony before, and we are part of the CLC East, being from Romania, and it's an ecosystem. Also, you need to allocate time. You need to understand. But if you are part of it, then again you have the right support. But I will mention for all of us that still for SMEs are really needed collaborative sessions to find the right path for financing an incremental transformation of business model. This is still something that is a challenge even for the European Commission, I think, and would need working groups between SMEs and ecosystem like yourselves, because it's very important to make this financing path more viable, if I make sense, because for now it is great, but takes a lot of time. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Caterina. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go now to Marco Barbagelata. The ability to support a structured digitization roadmap with European funding tapping on different sources. Marco, please, could you please describe this detailing?
Yes, absolutely. Good morning, everybody. I am Marco Barbagelata from STAM, an engineering SME based in Genoa, Italy. And we are, let's say, one of the, I would say one of the top SMEs when it comes to European and innovation in Europe. So the challenge for us, for ourselves and our clients and partners, such as SEAC, who kind of spoke about it today, is always the, let's say, the need for companies that do not have innovation as their core business to kind of have a strategic vision that goes beyond, you know, the single project. So maybe figure out how a couple projects, 3 projects can define and support a roadmap. Combine this with, let's say, the very high competition and low success rate of different opportunities. So for this, on one side, of course, like it was mentioned several times, the support of innovation champions around Europe and maybe mentorship programs is the key. On the other side, I think that a mix of different sources and opportunities with varying size and success rate is extremely important. So this is for us a success story of being able to support the SEAC sub in doing this. So starting from something very, very urgent, such as technologies to respond to the COVID-19 crisis, and then using that as a starting point to create a critical mass and go from, design digitization to production digitization, and now lowering the environmental impacts of their production. Of course, for an SME to do it by themselves, it's a tough challenge, let's say, because maybe they win one project, but once the project is over, it's not like they were going to have already the following one. So it's probably a full-time job and not a safe one, to be honest. So this, in my opinion, was a very nice success story of not only finding good innovation opportunities, but connecting the dots between these innovation opportunities so that they support a journey towards sustainability enabled by digital solutions, all in all.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you, Marco. Now let's go to another idea by Francesco Gambino. That was one of our guests before from SEAC. My first success story were Eureka and the Amable projects. We had a chance to start a digitization process. Any addition, Francesco?
Well, sorry, but because I don't know if you can see me, but there is something that is not working fine here. Anyway, you can hear me?
Yes, of course we can.
Okay, sorry. No. What I can add is that for us it was very important, as Marco said, not to be alone, okay, in this journey, because by ourselves, I don't think we would have been able to achieve the same results. I don't think so. So what is important is to be part of a consortium that can help the SMEs to reach the goal. So okay. Because cooperation is the first is the first step, is the most important one. So yeah, because during the first pandemic wave, we were alone. So when we started modifying our mask, for example, we were alone. So we tried to do something. Okay, there was no sharing opportunities, no other factory that we can cooperate with. So we tried by ourselves to do something. At the end, we did it, but it was not easy, of course. With cooperation, with sharing data, sharing experiences, it's easier.
Yeah.
To achieve goals.
Yeah, it's important not to be alone in the desert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Francesco. Finally, Tudor Veleuta, you say that your first success story was BOWI program to boost the cooperation with regional digital innovation hubs and support the development of the I4MS project, AIM project. Any additional detail, Tudor, please?
Yes, so I want to re-emphasize the importance of, as an SME, to be part of an ecosystem as well, to be collaborative, to look for creating and be part, especially of the local regional ecosystem in terms of all the other SMEs, get in contact with them, get to promote in front of them. And with this project, with this BOWI project, this was also one of the key factors that was in mind. Moreover, it's, as I said, I insist again on the importance of designing a roadmap, a timeline that is flexible, but still gets you to the desired goal whenever you apply to such a program. So you have to stay focused and at the same time flexible throughout throughout such a experience.
Great, Tudor. Thank you very much for your contribution again. So this is all from our part. As I told you before, we are going to share with you the presentations from our guests today, Caterina, Francesco, Tudor, and Romualdas, answering to those two questions that they have asked them in the first part in the roundtable. So we will share that information, that written information with you all. And that's all from my side. Thank you very much to all of you who have participated also in the second part of the working group. And now, Begoña, I give you the floor for the final, let's say, conclusion steps. Okay. So Begoña, the floor is yours.
Yes. So hello again. I don't know if Maria can give me the control of the screen again, because I have very quickly prepared some conclusions the best I could. Can you see this GoToMeeting stuff here? Yeah or no? Can you see my slide?
No, we are still your presentation in edit mode.
It's only me who is looking at this. Okay, so first of all, really, I mean, thank you really so much to the companies and Romualdas who brought us the vision for 400 companies, if I was listening well. So it is amazing the amount of clear ideas that we could obtain from here. And before I present what I managed to very briefly conclude, I mean, as I said, we are here a team, and among all of us, we will try to go again to all the presentations and details and produce a paper that will be part of some concluding remarks that obviously will go to the Commission and will be disseminated in our I4MS community. So probably you are all already connected to the community, but if not, we really encourage you to do it as soon as possible. So I mean, as I said, I need also to really thank Carlota. Carlota is there trying to really represent all the ideas that we were discussing. And here you have the fantastic drawings that Carlota was doing while we were speaking. So, you know, we have the I4MS Talk with these two relevant speakers where we were sharing, I mean, they were sharing with us very, very nice ideas and for supporting the companies from the private side on the process of digital transformation. But we also had from the public side a very focused approach on from the EIT manufacturing for supporting obviously manufacturing companies. So please also, I mean, Anthony was mentioning the call that they will be launching soon. So I mean, this I think is a very good opportunity too. And then if I can go to my next slide with I mean, I don't see where. Let me see if I can do it. Can you see my next slide now? Okay, I don't know. Here?
You can just click on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, because I see the chat, I see everything here, so I don't want to touch it just in case. So here we have the concluding remarks from the SME discussion. And I was just quickly making some of them here. I mean, like we need collaborative sessions like these ones to share opportunities, I mean, to share experiences and to create further opportunities among all the companies. We also know that this is really challenging because SMEs are small, obviously, and you need a lot of time to be, I mean, involved in all these opportunities. But this is why we especially appreciate the time that you have been investing here with all of us, and this is really, I mean, we really appreciate that. So obviously, I mean, this is not new. Digital transformation takes time, but we really like that you also said that, because this is especially coming from your views, from the SMEs views, that we need a strategic vision beyond the single project. This is also very connected to what also Marco was saying on the need to connect innovation opportunities. I mean, not having many single ones, but try to connect and try to create aggregated value out of all of them. Support also innovation champions, a bit of the same that we are doing here. I mean, we are supporting you all that are champions, and we try to disseminate as much as we can these these nice stories that you were telling us. We will do our best to make you European well-known stories. SMEs could not be alone. This was also very, very interesting suggestion. I mean, SMEs need cooperation, I mean, with the ecosystem, obviously the regional and the local ecosystems. This was also mentioned by two of you. So also very important to stay focused, but at the same time flexible. So I think this is really what I honestly could take. I mean, for sure, there are many more conclusions that we will discuss among all the team. But I just wanted to tell you that please stay tuned with us. I mean, and then all the information will be published there. And thanking you again a lot for all your time. I think we are perfectly on time, and this is all from our side.